Begin. It's a glorious day today. Still getting used to recording on this mic. I'm gonna try and talk when there's not too much wind while I'm riding, while I sort the configurations out. But yeah, I'll start by did a video on this 2009 Yamaha R6. This is my second bike I got after I passed my full license. My first bike was a Yamaha 125cc, and this is a 599 600cc bike, hence the 6. So I'll start first by just doing a walk around of the bike. It is a beautiful bike. The lines are so sharp, the black and gold, it's really giving this samurai, ninja look to it, and I think that's why I fell in love with it. When I started my motorcycle journey, I didn't really know what bike to get first. I grew up hearing about Kawasaki Ninjas, Honda Fireblades, Suzuki Gixxers, and the Yamaha, of course. I didn't know much about motorbikes. I just knew as much as anyone else based off what you see on TV, based off of what you hear about, based off what you see in games and movies. And all of the bikes have their own advantage, to be fair. The Gixxer is known for, its reliability and handling, and that inline aggressive linear sound that it has. The Honda Fireblade is known again for its comfort, seating position. Again, very fast bike, very reliable. And then you had the Kawasaki Ninja as well, which is a very fast bike. Again, not too aggressive seating position. And, who doesn't like the green color theme that they have and that they are branded for? The Yamaha, I don't know. I don't know why I picked a Yamaha. Was it because I played on the Yamaha keyboard in music lessons in school? Is it because I kept seeing a Yamaha office near where I live? As a kid, I'd always drive past and notice the Yamaha building, and I always wondered if that was motorbikes in there, but it's probably just an office for the music instruments. Or is it MotoGP? Because we all grew up hearing about Michael Schumacher in F1 and Valentino Rossi in MotoGP. And I think as a kid, I used to sit there just watching MotoGP. And I think they used to show the Island Man TT as well, back in the days. And I think Yamaha just really stuck with me, resonated with me as the biker's brand. So I just went with Yamaha, and I got 125 first. And then when I passed my full license, I think I just continued to stay with that brand. And the R6 was the next best thing. Oh, so yeah, this is in black and gold. It's quite a sought after colour. A little bit of damage on it from a fall. But yeah, just the aggressive lines, that famous wasp face with the ram induction in the middle. I think this is meant to depict some kind of like ninja dagger of some sort. The windscreen is being blacked out. The previous owner had a black one. I actually broke it. I just replaced it with black. The tail, again, very, very wasp-like. And then that's a titanium exhaust, again, not changed. Yeah, just what's not to like about it? I think if anyone had to imagine a motorbike or draw a motorbike, they draw it with all these sharp lines. It's a really pretty bike. I think I really fell in love with it when I seen the advert. I didn't know I wanted the black and gold. I didn't really know what color I wanted. When I first passed my riding license, I went and got like motorbike overalls, and I just ended up getting like blue and white, black, blue and white driving gear, not knowing that it's not really going to match with a black and gold bike. But yeah, it was a bit of an impulse buy. When you just seen it in the lineup, it just called out to me, and I've not looked back since, and I've been pretty happy with it. So this video is essentially why I ride, how I got into riding, and I'm just going to take you on a nice cruise through Milton Keynes and just try and talk if you can hear me. So yeah, let's just get going. Keys would be a good idea. Okay, let's start up. It's a very simple gauge cluster. You got your temperature on the right and your distance of how much you've done. You can reset that. That's a rev light. So when you start reaching max RPM, it says 16 here. I think really and truly it's 14.5 RPM. The needle does go to 16, but I don't know, some people online think that it's actually 14.5. You can change your trip meter here, change dates and vice versa. Someone installed the gear gauge, which is very useful, so you know what your gear you're in, and then that's your speeds and time. Yeah, when I first heard it, I just literally fell in love, and I think I do every time I hear it. Right, so this bike, was a 2009 iteration. There's been many Yamaha R6s throughout the course of the life of an R6, but there's something about this era or this generation R6 which was very, very, if you like, unrestricted. It didn't have all of the restrictions of Euro 6, Euro 5. It's a completely analog bike. You know, you don't have all of these electronics interfering. So it was all you and the throttle pretty much. Your wrist would be the one to control it. And so it's a true thoroughbred bike. Not for the light-hearted. Not for the light-hearted. It can hurt you, as of all things. Great power comes great responsibility. I didn't let it put me off, you know, the fact that it was analog and it didn't have all these electronic aids. I think for me it was just, I wanted something that was memorable, iconic, that would put a smile on my face. It would be a bit crazy to have one of these, I think. So yeah, before riding, before actually getting onto a motorbike to ride, I'm always conscious about the dangers of riding, and I really advise everyone who has a bike, anyone that has something like this should really be conscious when you get on. You know, don't get on the bike with ego. Don't get on the bike trying to own the road or show off. Just get on and try and enjoy it. And so I really do call to my creator. Just like if you get into your house, you take the first step in, I said Bismillah. I leave my house, I say Bismillah. The same way, if I get onto this bike, I also say Bismillah. Figure that now. And with all things, you need as much protection as you can get and as much lessons you can get. So call to your Lord, call to your God, call to whatever gives you power, to whatever gives you your purpose. You know, before getting into motorcycling, you hear so many stories of people who have lost brothers, people who have lost friends, people who have lost relatives to riding. So I was very conscious of that. I'm going to be 35 this year. And if I got a bike at 21, 22, I don't know, would I be as sensible on it? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm that much sensible at 35, but I have an element of, you know, risk aversion, an element of trying to be safe. I guess I'm a bit more scared now than I was when I was 21, 22. So yeah, take your blessings when you're riding before you get into a ride. Try to be in the best emotional mind state. Don't jump on the bike because you're frustrated. Don't jump on the bike because, you know, you're sad, or don't even jump on the bike because you're super happy, because I don't know, your riding style can change based off of how you feel. I think the best way to be is just neutral. Literally just be positive, just not overexcited, not miserable, not down, you know, because that can really translate into how you ride. And be aware, like, don't jump on if you're drunk, don't jump on if you're ill or under the influence, because it will really affect the way that you ride, and you could misjudge something and that could hurt you. So yeah, it's a nice day today. I haven't ridden a bike probably 2 weeks, so it's nice to get out. I think I have to teach myself to talk when I'm not accelerating too much. So yeah, I don't really have any direction of where I'm going. I'm just gonna ride and talk. I try not to get lost. So, believe it or not, I got into riding because of cycling. It was during COVID. I had literally no motivation. I put on a lot of weight. I think I was like 110 kilograms, 115 kilograms. All I was doing was eating and just working, and pretty, I don't know, I wouldn't say I was miserable, but I was just pretty much like comfortable and didn't have any real drive. And then my friend reached out to me and he said, yo, these guys are going cycling, do you want to join them? I thought to myself, I got a mountain bike, but what kind of cycling are we talking about? And he said road riding, and I was like, there's no way you're gonna get me riding a bike on the road. That's a little bit dangerous. And also, I'm pretty sure you got to wear that clothing, yeah, really tight lycra, with a helmet, and just everyone just, you know, built like a twig. Oh, that's not me. How you didn't expect me to jump on that and get involved with that. And he goes, no, I'm telling you, it's the one, you're going to enjoy it. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll join you guys, I'll give it a go. I'm always open, so I'll give it a go. So we cycled, got together, and the confidence I had, because I've been cycling for years, like on my mountain bike. And when I say cycling, I mean like 2-3 miles a day. I was like new. And when I was a kid, you know, I cycled with the sign. Got there and I had a bit of ego. I was like, yeah, we'll see if you guys can keep up with me. These guys are on all sorts of bikes, you know, with the skinny wheel, the small, skimpy frame. You know, apparently carbon fiber, very light. And my friend lent me his hybrid bike, which I didn't know what hybrid was. It just to me looked like a bit like a crossover between a mountain bike and a road bike, really. And I rode, and oh man, my heart was pumped. I was so out of breath. I thought I was gonna collapse. And we were riding, I think we did like 30 miles, I don't know what we did. We went to Bedford for kids and back. And I was just done. Like, literally, I just was struggling to pedal, my body was shutting down. But the guys were really nice, they motivated me, told me to, you know, motivated me to carry on. What are the advantages of motorcycles? For traffic. So yeah, I just, you know, they were really nice. There was a camaraderie, a bit of a brotherhood, and yeah, I just fell in love with cycling. It's like physically very tough. Physically very tiring, but just really rewarding, you know, and definitely feel like you did a full-on workout. So I got into cycling, I got myself a bike, spent a bit of money on it, very lightweight bike, and I just started to cycle on my own and cycle with them as well whenever chance permitted. And so I'd be out in the countryside, cutting corners on this bike, you know, just enjoying the wind, enjoying the elements, pedaling, you know. And I just really enjoyed it, and it kind of became part of my lifestyle. And then a day came where I think I was on my own. I was in the countryside, cycling away. It was a sunny day, and I'm going into these corners, leaning in. And you're doing what? 20 miles, 30 miles downhill into a corner with literally like millimeters of rubber keeping you upright on the ground. It was just really exhilarating, and I couldn't describe it. And I hear something coming from behind me, and it literally sounded like war coming out of the forest behind me. And I embraced, I thought, what is that? I was like, oh, what is that? And the noise and just the theatre of it. And then I'm midway through this turn, leaning in, and all I hear is the sound get louder and louder. And this thing passing me, and it's a motorbike, and the motorbike is going what, 2-3 times my speed. And he was having fun, you could tell. I was blown away. I was literally like, wow, what was that? He came and left so quickly. I didn't even have time to like see what it was. All I knew was I needed some of that. Whatever that was, I needed some of that. And it was COVID, right? And I thought I'd love to, let's get out of here. I love to learn how to ride. I was thinking to myself, I don't actually know how to ride a motorbike. I've never really been interested, but this might be an opportunity to learn something different. We all know. Let's get out of here first. So yeah, this COVID, I literally fell in love with a motorbike. It rode past me, and I went home and I started looking into how do I learn to ride. And I've heard everyone ride mopeds and whatnot. So I went down the course of learning about CVTs, where I could go get that done, and there was a CVT course near me. You just turn up in jeans, some, what do they call them, thorough boots, and they'll give you gloves, they'll give you a helmet, they'll give you the bike. I did that, and it was a one-day course, and I basically learned how to ride. And I'm so grateful for the guys there who showed me, were very patient with me, and they literally teach you in a kind of gated area off the road. And once they feel like you're capable, they'll take you out onto the road on the same day. We were on very small, 125 Suzukis, I think they were, or Hondas, I can't quite remember. I think it was a Yamaha actually. It was a Yamaha. It's like them bikes that your uncle rode back in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, those types of bikes. Not super fast, can't hurt you, but with all things, it's got a motor in it. Still got up to 60, 65 miles per hour. So I learned on that, and fast forward, I started, got my Yamaha 125. I love that bike. It looked faster than it actually could go. And then I ended up doing my DAS, the full license, and just like that, when I got this Yamaha R6. That's how I got into riding. Both motorbikes and cycling really helped me mentally. I think COVID was a time where everyone really was searching for purpose. They were searching for what their life goals were, and also I guess it made everyone feel a little bit like your life could go just like that, whether that's by some kind of pandemic or some kind of disease or illness or accident. We were all searching for some kind of purpose. And cycling really helped me mentally. It introduced me to the brothers who all cycled. So I was initiated into a group of bikers, and motorcycling just took it to another level. To be out here in the elements, nothing protects you, no seatbelt, no cage, just you strapped to some rocket, and literally your balls on some metal. And I don't know, it just makes you feel free. Call it an illusion if you like. It really gave me this happiness. It gave me this new discovery really. There's more you can unlock out of life. You get a bike, what's stopping you from getting one and traveling everywhere with it? So yeah, it helped me mentally. I think it brought me out of a dark place, and I've never looked back. It really brings me happiness. It adds something to your persona, I think. You end up becoming the family member on the bike. You end up becoming the colleague with the bike, the guy with the Yamaha, the guy with the rocket, the nutter, the crazy guy. Yeah, it does add an element to your persona. Um, I think for me, I didn't do it for anyone. I did it for myself. And so that brings me on to the next part, which is risk. You know, we all avoid risk. We're all taught from young to not take risks, to be careful and not put ourselves in danger. And I don't know, I think society can sometimes cripple you like that, saying, oh, don't go do this, just do the safe thing. But some of these cars are so slow to move off, like they literally leave you exposed. Yeah, just you're taught to just stay in your lane. You know, go with the status quo. Go with what people are doing. Everyone's going to school, cool. Everyone's going to college, cool. Everyone's going to sixth form, cool. University, graduate, get a job, cool. Go work for some company that pays you well. You know, they'll give you a pension, cool. Tick, tick, tick. Go find someone, get married. It's a bit, I don't know. It's a bit vanilla, innit? So motorcycles is it's something different. It just makes me feel a bit rebellious. Makes me feel like I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing. And I don't know, for that reason, I feel like I'm trailblazing. I'm making my own. Kind of making my own lane for myself, you know. No one tells you go ride a bike. It's not customary. But I just went and did it on myself, and I loved it. There is an element of risk with things like this. Whether you go start a business from scratch, whether you go sailing around the world, whether you go cop yourself a bike, whether you quit your job to go be an actor because you believe you're the next superstar or what. There's risks with everything. It might not go to plan. It could hurt you, it could upset you, it could leave you financially broke. But fear sometimes could manifest, you know, in failure. Fear can manifest in failure sometimes. You have to, you know, as the twins say, you have to vibrate. And your vibrations and your energy could really unlock doors and could really make that success for you. So I try and keep a positive mindset when I'm riding. What's my purpose for it? Ultimately, to feel happy, to get closer to my creator, not physically by dying and going to my creator early, but as in, it makes me appreciate the dunya, it makes me appreciate what humans are created, you know? That we were able to make something on two wheels that will just blast you into eternity. The drivers are very nice today. Yeah, so it brought me closer to appreciating what speed is, to appreciating 90 degrees, to appreciating what man is capable of producing. Like, these machines are no joke. And you know, even basic things from like the car to the television, your car to your television. These are all things, you know, that inspire you. And so, yeah, really, it's a token of appreciation for mankind, without sounding too deep. A motorbike, to me, is a token of what we can achieve and my appreciation for speed, because I love speed since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, I just everything I played with toy cars, toy bikes, tiny, Hot Wheels cars. I loved it. So this is having the ability to grow up and own something that is actually fast. It's quite an achievement. It's economically, bikes make sense. Trying to get something that will make your standard Lamborghini Huracan or an R8 or even a Nissan GTR panic a little bit when in comparison, these things are so fast and they cost a fraction of what you pay for. Yes, you're not getting 2 seats. Yes, you're not getting some kind of shell with all the entertainment and the sound, the speakers and your airbag, let alone the appeal. I mean, if you're in a Lamborghini and you pull up, girls will be looking at you. You pull up in a motorbike, chances are it's going to be a little boy and an old man looking at you. It doesn't really, I wouldn't say these are magnets. When I was dating, some girls would be put off by me riding a bike. They're like, "Are you serious? That's a death trap." No. You're gonna have to stop riding if we're together. Oh, what? You want me to give up riding to be with you? I know they were coming from a place of love, but yo, how am I gonna get rid of my first love? So yeah, economically it makes sense. Fuel-wise, look, you can go places faster than a car, agreed. Whether that's London, Birmingham, Manchester. In a place like Milton Keynes, the roads are quite open. Not really, because cars will also travel similar speeds. There's not a lot of traffic here. You can get around illegally very quick, but again, so could you in a car. But it's that thrill, you're paying for that thrill, you're paying for that toy. You open up your garage, you look like you smile every time. When you park it out, you look like you smile every time. For me to do that in a car, I'm looking to spend what? You're trying to get like a M5 competition, get yourself a C63 AMG, trying to get yourself a baseline like a Porsche 712 before you even start thinking about 911s. You're already spending 50 grand plus. And some of these new cars, you're looking at 70, 80, 90 grand before you start speccing it, right? And in comparison, you can pick up something for 5 grand. I kid you not. 5 grand, bit of TLC, bit of love, bit of servicing, and that thing will keep up with a lot of these cars, if not lead them. Now, a bike handles different to a car. It's all. You'll notice I'm not even turning. It's just all lean. The majority of bike is lean and a tiny little things. Whereas a car has 4 wheels, so it has more traction. It's less likely to slide. On a bike, it's you and 2 wheels, right? So one slip on the rear wheel, you'll be looking up at the sky. You gotta be careful. Like, the style of riding on a motorbike is far different. Yes, on a straight line, we can all twist the throttle and go 0 to jail, but it's the cornering about bikes. So yeah, smiles for miles, you're gonna call it. Smile for every pound, you're getting a lot more of it. So you're getting, yeah, way more adrenaline, way more smiles for every pound that you spend than with a car. Uh, we work so hard. A lot of our money that we earn nowadays is just going on having that roof over your head. Most of your outgoings now are just on literally paying your basic essentials. Your rent, your mortgage, your gas, electric. What's left? When are you going to get to ride your dream car? Unless you hit the lottery or, get that big promotion, land that dream job. Chances are you're still going to be driving your 2-litre diesel. Chances are still you're going to be driving that 2-litre, 3-litre petrol, trying to get the most out of it. Talking about mapping it, tuning it, and all sorts. Trying to find alternatives. That's what it does. It just makes you think of hacks, life hacks, trying to find alternatives. Whereas a motorbike just gave me that solution. You didn't have to break the bank. You still go get yourself something for 5 to 10 grand, and it really put a smile on your face. You could do it with dignity. It is physically tiring sometimes. You have to be fit to be on a bike. I think you burn like a couple hundred calories just to be on a bike, because the aggressive position of a sport bike. You're also in the elements, and I think you probably perspirate a bit more. That could be the heat. You've got no cooling. Your cooling is the air and the wind. If it's cold, it's cold. I'm telling you, it's cold. So some bikes come with like heated grips. You're not wearing layers, winter gloves. There is some downside to having a bike than a car. But if you've already got a car that takes you A to B, and you just get yourself a bike, and just some side entertainment. I wanted to call it a pleasure to it, but it's going to get taken the wrong way. Yeah, so I don't really know how this is going to sound when I play it back. Like is popping under my ass. We'll see how it sounds. So yeah, like economically, I recommend, if you look in Asia, everyone rides motorbikes. That's the main mode of transport. It's so cheap. It's so economically viable. And here in the West, it's all about cars. Frankly, I think the roads are safer here than it is in Asia. Like, to be on a bike, you've got coaches, you've got people riding around with no license, and they're paid for it. You've got cows, you've got people with food carts, just anyone and everyone just walking on that road. It's so dangerous in Asia. Because no one wears helmets. Here, you've got relatively good roads. UK, looking at a bit, it's looking like it could do with some love. But generally, the discipline of drivers is way better. No one's bribed their instructor to pass. alert. I think your hazard perception has got to be way more improved than driving a car. In a car, let's be honest, there's people on their phones scrolling, sending messages, choosing the next track to play, all while driving, you know. And I don't mean a straight road, like turning, changing gears. Here, your level of concentration has to be way higher, because one lapse in your concentration can cost you. Like a car pulling out from a junction, or a car making a last minute change in the lane. You need to look behind you. Like if there's a car behind you, you gotta be mindful. Is he gonna actually stop, or is he just gonna go straight into me? These are all things that you have to be aware of. And believe me, I am no expert in giving you guidance on how to be safe. I'll tell you one thing. The faster you go, the less reaction time you have. So if you're just cruising along, there's more time to react to someone's error. But if you're going and blowing, someone makes a mistake in front of you, you've got probably microseconds to react to it. I've had a few scares as well, and some of it's been I got away because of luck, and some of it's because I got away because I just hadn't been going fast enough. I had enough time to respond. So yeah, like you gotta understand the rules of the game. You can't just jump on these things and just treat it like you're in a car. Yeah, you look down too long, a car stops in front of you for no reason, you're going straight into him. So yeah. Now this car here, you saw I was going relatively slow, and he crossed. Can you imagine I was coming up there 120 miles per hour, and he thought, oh yeah, I can still make it. A straight sentence to the afterlife. He might survive. Got a shell protecting him. I got nothing. I'm gonna go quiet. Okay, let's start making way back. It's been nice to actually come out and ride, because I'm not ridden like 2 weeks. Milton Keynes, you'll notice in this video, a lot of it is roundabouts. I describe Milton Keynes as a Roblox or Minecraft map that some 6-year-old has made when his mum's called him to go down for tea, for dinner, and he's just saved it, never got back to it. Like, there's a lot of potential. That's a beautiful Supra. They don't make it like they used to. Ooh, a biker. Let's see if we can catch up to it. It sounds like he's blowing. My man's on the R6 gold one as well. Ooh, agree. That was nice. Looked like he did some manual work to his. Golden trims. Mashallah, very nice bike. Right. Another thing about riding bikes, sometimes you get distracted because you see something or someone, you end up in a bit of a partnership ride, should we call it that, instead of a race. So yeah, with these things, you like taking the long way home, let's be honest. You love riding, any excuse to jump on it, even if it's to go get some milk or to go get a haircut. Any excuse to get out of there. sure how long I've been recording for, and if I've even recorded anything at all. But I'm gonna get back now. Sometimes your probability of something going wrong is dependent on how long you're riding for. So let's keep it short and sweet. I will try and do more videos of actual longer rides outside of MK. MK is coming up, you know, it's a diverse population. It is a diverse population. Probably going to see more and more high rises. I like Milton Keynes. I'm just not saying that because I was born here, but it's like, it's not, I don't know, it's like a blank canvas. There's no overriding strong culture. Everything's very balanced. There's enough greenery. There's enough amenities, just enough. Not loads, but just enough. You know. Good schools. It's a great place to start a family. The crime rate isn't crazy, you know, like compared to London, Sheffield, Nottingham, Birmingham. It's like it's nowhere near. And some good transport links to London, Birmingham, Manchester. It's a good middle ground place. And great roads. Like, I just feel sorry for everyone with these types of bikes in and around London. Just going 30 miles, 20 miles everywhere. Don't get me wrong, they probably have their fair share of road that they can go to. But Milton Keynes, just everywhere is a nice road to go out and let your machine breathe. Yeah, I love MK. I don't really have much more to say, to be fair, so I hope you've got a vibe for why I ride, how I got into it. I'm not trying to motivate anyone to get into it, but you're missing out. You're definitely missing out. If you're sensible, you've got a bit of money on the sides, learn to ride. It doesn't have to be an R6 or a 600cc bike. I had just as much fun on the 125cc. You know? Yeah, you're not getting crazy top ends, but you're cutting traffic still, and still get you to A to B, and you're feeling the elements. You feel free. If I go back and the sound is just really bad, I'm just gonna upload it anyway. And then I have to go back to the drawing board in terms of how I can actually get you guys to hear me while I'm riding. I don't even know if the mic is still on. It's probably falling under my helmet. It's on the ground somewhere in Milton Keynes. I don't know. I'm gonna find out when I get back. I think certain helmets have a certain level of wind protection. This helmet is a Ruroc. I'm not sure if it's got the wind shielding as other helmets. It could be that. Oh. That's another danger about roads. You could be doing a perfect turn, a perfect corner, and then some pothole would just be there. You're gonna go over it. It's going to throw your suspension out of sync, and it could cause you to have a crash.